All right, man, peace. So, brothers, this is going to be another entry into the series Know Who You're Living With, and that is of the utmost importance. I repeat this ad infinitum on this channel that the so called black man needs to take a certain period of time where he's living by himself and he becomes accustomed to paying all of his bills, his utilities, whether it's in your home or you're living in a condominium and you're paying a mortgage, or you're in an apartment and you're paying quote unquote rent. Whatever it is that you're doing, there should be a certain amount of time in your life, 4 to 5 years, where you're living by yourself and you become accustomed to only depending on yourself. The so-called black man jumps from his mother's house to his woman's place, whether she's the one paying all of the rent, the bills, the utilities, etc., or they're quote-unquote sharing. And he has not taken the amount of time that he needs to be by himself and learn how to stand on his own too as a sovereign entity. And that is how so many of these liberal females get the so-called black man caught up in their web of deception. And that leads to a lot of issues within the household. And so many so-called black men are raised today with the misperception that a relationship is supposed to be filled with rancor. And you come home to an argumentative woman who's raising her voice, throwing things across the room. You break up, make up, sleep in the other room. You're laying on the couch, she's in the bed. You don't speak for 2 or 3 days. You make up with her, and then a week and a half later, you're doing the same thing all over again. This culture teaches us that relationship dysfunctionality should be made a normality, and it is not. They continuously and continually try to normalize dysfunctional behavior between males and females. And things are really supposed to be placid for the most part. If you're with a female and she does not know how to maintain serenity, and you're staying with her, that means that the both of you have a problem. On social media and on the internet, so many people love to pass around this meme of this person looking over the water and they're dancing or whatever and talking about this is how happy you are when you remove toxic people out of your life. And most of those people who post those type of memes are the toxic ones themselves. Because in order for you to be in a toxic relationship for a long period of time, that means that there was toxicity on both ends, on both sides. So we have to take inventory within ourselves. Am I being toxic? Why have I been with this broad for so long and she's a shitty ass person unless I'm also toxic? Like seeketh like. A wicked woman is portioned unto a wicked man. So anyway, they're going to talk about it and I'm going to chime in.
Plaintiff Jessica Berger says within a month of dating the defendant, they moved in together. Jessica...
So brothers, the narrator states that within a month they moved in together. That means that one or both parties was extremely desperate to find some place to stay. Brothers, I don't give a shit how nice a female seems. If she's ready and amenable to moving in with you or having you move in with her after a month, that means one of two things. Obviously, either she's homeless and she's trying to move in with you, or she's damn near about to get evicted and she needs you to move in with her. Or she's just that damn desperate for dick.
Over time, the defendant became extremely possessive and would not allow anyone to visit her.
She claims that the defendant became extremely possessive. What that really amounts to is she's a $2 hoe, she's loose, she'll talk to any man who talks to her, and the defendant wasn't having it after a while.
And she's suing him for a cable bill, a trip, and property damage.
She's upset that they're no longer together, and she's trying to get as much money back as she claimed that she spent.
Defendant Justin McGowan says from the beginning he and Jessica were in an open relationship.
Wouldn't surprise me at all. It doesn't surprise me at all. Brothers, once again, be as honest with the female as possible. We don't have to be transparent and tell all of our damn business, but it's good to let the female know that she's not the only one. Initially, they're always going to try to act as if they don't care, but down the line, they're going to start to show you that they do care, especially if you're someone that they want to have a serious relationship with.
At Jessica's request, Justin's countersuing because he claims Jessica damaged his TV.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
Well, I met Justin last year around April 2018. Our relationship started kind of quick. Like within like the first month of meeting, like we were moved in together. We stayed
So which one of y'all was broke?
together for like a month, and then he got his own place, and we lived separately.
Okay, so it was him who was broke.
Um, just a lot of cheating.
You lived together only 1 month?
Well, the beginning of our relationship, 1 month, and then
Yes, he moved into your place because he was homeless and broke, and you most likely was broke as well. Damn near about to be evicted, most likely. Brothers, these females are extremely financially irresponsible and incompetent. You'd be surprised. Like, these bros out here making $60,000, $70,000 a year and damn near about to get evicted from their apartment because they have no idea how to budget themselves, man. That's why it's a damn joke, them acting as if women can run a society. Nothing against the woman. Women are beautiful when they're in their right minds and they're being moderated. But to try to cast them as administrators or executors, man, give me a break.
like a few months later, I ended up moving in with him.
Okay, the cable bill in question. What?
Bro says she moved in with him a few months later after he moved into her place and moved out.
From the 1 month at first, or was it the last time you all lived
The last
together?
time we
All
lived
right,
together.
and when did you all move in that time?
It was around September
Of 18?
2018, yes.
So they met in April. They were living together by May. He moved out and then she moved back in with him into his place in September. It's very clear, once again, that she's very financially irresponsible or broke, either one. Why is she moving back and forth with a man that she just met and she has a child?
All right. How did that go?
Just a lot of sneaky stuff. It was rough. He was changing every day. Went from Justin to like Paul. That's his middle name. And that's his crazy side. I call him Paul.
Was he like that?
So that was his crazy side, Paul. Because we know that you got to get to know him so well after 1 month. You let a strange man move into your home after 1 month, and you claim that he had a crazy side. So what's the name of your crazy side? Well, I guess we should just call it by your regular name because your whole side is crazy.
The first few months?
No, he was like really nice. We laughed about a lot of stuff. We hung out and stuff, but
Yeah, you guys were in the infatuation phase. So of course you were laughing, probably just laughing and fucking a lot the first month and a half or so.
he got real possessive. Like, to
Well, he probably got real possessive because you were his possession. I mentioned this in other videos, and if you're a liberal male, you're probably not going to like this because you're a simp, meaning you're a woman trapped in a man's body. Or if you're a liberal female, you're probably not going to like this. But once again, my channel is geared towards the so-called black man. But the woman is a possession. She's the prized possession of a man, and she's not supposed to be mistreated or disrespected, wantonly denigrated, or anything like that. But she is a possession. That's what she is. As a matter of fact, it tells us in the book of Ecclesiasticus, I believe the 36th chapter, around about 23rd, 24th verse, that he that getteth a wife beginneth a possession. She's a pillar of rest. That's what the wife is supposed to be. She's a pillar, meaning she has to be strong, but she's the beginneth or the beginning of a possession, meaning your wife is the prized possession. You start with her and everything else builds from there.
where when we lived together, couldn't no one come see me. Like the only one he would buzz into his gate was like my mom.
Okay. In other words, he understood that all those little homegirls that you ran with, they were scandalous and they were bad influences on you. And if you wanted his place to be an open forum for all of your friends, that means that you either should have conferred with him about that or move out and get your own place. Brothers, and this might be controversial, but one of the core components in this modern day time of a woman that's wife material, she has to have very, very few friends, if any. Female or male friends. She definitely can't have no damn male friends. But female friends, the fewer the better. These bros running around with their homegirls and all this bullshit like Tracy Ellis Ross, My Girlfriends, and Sex in the City. All that nonsense has done is put all type of demons and spirits into the heart of these females who think that that shit is regular. To be 35 years old, sitting at some sidewalk cafe, bragging about whose dick you sucked last night and think that you're going to be wife material for some man. You can walk up to a dude and he might not have known anything about your relationship history, but if he's spiritually minded, spiritually inclined, that energy is going to come off of you that you're a $2 hoe. So once again, the fewer the friends, the better. These bros with this large clique of friends, your relationship ain't going anywhere with her.
We have a mutual friend. We hung out with her every day. Even she couldn't get in the gate. It was like you had to walk through
Why
the
did
gate.
you all break up?
Well, I just got tired of trying to decide who he was that day. Like, it seemed like if I was affectionate and sexual with him, I would get Justin.
In other words, when you were doing your job, you got an appropriate and a positive spirit reciprocated back onto you.
If I was, just minding my business, pretty much just,
Pretty much just sleazing around the house, laying on his couch, doing nothing, then he would get upset because you was getting in his damn way. And brothers, I'm not even going to blame her for that, because he's even more at fault than her. Because she's a woman. She's a child with breast seeds. He's supposed to understand that you can't just move a woman into your house that you barely know. But I suspect that he moved in with her because he needed help and a place to stay. And as soon as he got on his feet, he said, let me get the hell up out of here. And then, for whatever reason, she needed a place to stay, and he felt like it was his duty to reciprocate. And he just found himself getting annoyed by her presence, because many of these females, once again, they have no wife training. So they just sleaze around the house all day, sitting on the couch, bitching, complaining, watching bad TV shows, as opposed to making themselves useful. That's why it's so difficult for a lot of modern day males and women to live together, because neither one of them are really trained when it comes to what their role is in the household. Equality has destroyed the compatibility of the man and the woman. The concept of equality is more like a roommate. So guys like him, at least I believe, he got annoyed by her presence after a while when he realized he only moved her in as a quid pro quo for what she did for him earlier. And if she wasn't giving him any ass, he pretty much wanted her out.
Not too much into him, but gave him his time. It was open. Like, he opened it, like, wide open. Wide open.
Right, but his point is that you already knew that it was a quote-unquote open relationship. And once again, with the liberal woman, she tries to act like she's the victim, and the man was the one sleeping with other women, when most likely she had other men as well.
Like, just anybody could come to.
All right, let me hear from you, sir.
I met Jessica around April last year, and I think around November, December, her and her child came in and moved in with me. And that's when the whole, we need Wi-Fi in the house, so we need cable, and that's how the whole Verizon bill thing came about. And we was in an open relationship. It was an open relationship from the beginning. She put it that way. She told me, she talked to other guys herself. And
Is that true?
I did talk to other guys,
Let's
yes.
get to the lawsuit, ma'am.
Mathis is done with her bullshit, and that's really why she's upset. She stipulated that the dynamic of their relationship be quote-unquote open, but he was more successful at the openness of their relationship than she was. So that's why she's mad. She wasn't able to get as many side dudes as he was side chicks.
$1,110 for the cable bill.
Yes.
And the trip and property damage. What
Right.
happened here?
Okay, so it was Justin's birthday, and he didn't have any money. He has no family in Virginia. So I hit him like, yo, I'm going on a little trip. We get there, he immediately gets wasted, like, to the point where he's just in the car laying down or what have you. So I'm like, Justin, you okay? You all right? He like, just leave me. I'm going to try to, calm down, sleep it off a little bit. I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to just leave you for a little while. I'll be back. Next thing you know, he just comes into where I was located. Oh, be this, be that. And he said he was going to leave me. Mind you, this mutual friend that we have, she gave me her car keys, her car, and I was responsible for the gas. And
How does he owe you for the trip, ma'am?
well, he ruined like the whole trip. For one, Friday into Saturday.
He owes you because you didn't enjoy yourself?
No, he owes me because for one, he broke my iPhone that
So
I
you
haven't.
did enjoy yourself?
I did have fun eventually.
Okay, good.
Eventually, I ended up taking him
He broke your
home.
phone?
Yes.
You did property damage. Let's get to that.
Yes.
then, because you get...
It's very obvious that the judge has very little respect for this woman, and he understands that she's an airhead. But just getting back to the point of this video, I do blame the defendant, the male, more than her, because he allowed himself to kowtow to the notion that he should move in a woman and her child that he had no feelings for. And that's very dangerous, because when a child is involved, you never know what the hell could happen. Dudes allow a woman to move in with her child, the child could end up getting abused, things of that nature. That's why I always, brothers, we gotta have our own place, man. As a grown man, you gotta have your own place.
Because you didn't like your trip at first.
No, it wasn't
It's
that.
unreasonable for you to even think that.
I
Let's
ended
get
up
to
having
the
to.
damage, ma'am.
Okay, so first, this right here, I have some evidence from a friend of ours, a mutual friend that we talk to every
Tell
day.
me what happened, ma'am.
So that,
Isn't it
that
funny,
next
after
morning,
you move in with a man you don't know,
Thank you, sir.
in 1 month,
He
and
moved
then
in
a
with
couple
me.
months later, you move in with him then with your child, and you see all this mood swings up and down, and you're still
Alleged mood swings. A lot of the mood swings may have been caused just by her presence, because he wasn't feeling her like that and realized how annoying she was, which many of these females are once you move past the infatuation phase. Because once again, they have no idea how to dwell in a household with a man because they never saw it. They were raised in a black matriarchal environment where all that was there as a ruler within the household was the mother. So they don't know how to dwell in concord with a man within the home. And they bring a lot of that annoying energy within your abode because they don't know what the hell to do. They're accustomed to sitting on the couch watching TV all damn day. And I believe they annoyed this dude, the defendant.
and now you want to bring this mess to me and grin and hee ha ha. You didn't know nothing about this man. So no, I'm not taking
right.
your word.
Agreed.
So now, tell me about this phone. I have no idea what you're referring to.
And once again, she's moving her child in with a man that she barely knows and who, according to her, has multiple personalities. Wow.
Oh, on Saturday morning, I couldn't find
On the trip?
Yes, on the trip. Saturday morning of the trip. I wake up to my duffel bag at the front office, supposedly my phone, everything that was in the car, because he was going to drive and leave me there, which I said that's fine. So he ends up throwing my phone into like a wooded area.
How did you find out?
A lot of brothers out there, let me also say this. A lot of brothers go through these very bad, toxic, combustible relationships with these women and then try to hop right back into with the next woman. And you exposing and revealing all the problems that you had in the previous relationship, and you're taking out a lot of that shit on the new chick. And I'm not saying the new chick is a good woman. She might not be shit either. But a lot of times cats need to fall back, man. Fall back when you've been through these cantankerous, belligerent, bellicose situations. Fall back and relax. You don't have to hop into the next piece of pussy in a serious way, because at the end of the day, you're only going to put a lot of toxic mileage on your brain, on your spirit. It's going to hurt you in the long run.
Well, a few friends told me he did it.
Told your
they
friends?
watched him throw
No,
it.
he was right there when I did it.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
she did
we
throw
were
it.
standing.
Okay.
Yeah, he don't give a shit. He threw the phone. You could tell he's past done with her. She's trying to act happy-go-lucky in the courtroom, but I suspect that she's a demon in the household. But he might be one too. Who the hell knows? Once again, know who you're living with.
He did it. So let's get to the cable bill.
Oh.
He says he did it. Go ahead.
Okay.
Cable bill.
So for the cable bill, Justin's in school. And he just kept saying he needed internet to do his homework and stuff like that. I was like, well, I'm there or whatever. I'll get the cable bill in my name, because his name he needed a deposit. So he was like, all right, that'll be my bill. I'll make sure I take care of this bill and everything. Now, the first month or two, he did pay. I watched him call.
What months were those?
The first 2 months that we had it. Let me look at the bill. Let's see.
What do you want to tell me about the trip, sir?
On the trip, she coaxed me to go in because I told her I didn't want to go. I ain't have no money to go in the first place. And so, oh, it's your birthday. I got you. You don't got to worry about nothing. Our mutual friend. Let us use her card to go to Richmond, Dumfries, Virginia. And they feeding me. We get up to they feeding me drinks, give me drinks. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Drink. And I got wasted. And she claims that I said, you can leave me in the car. And we had a hotel room right around the corner. And when I come to in the car, I'm in the car in a foreign place. I don't know where I'm at. And yes.
Right, well, whose fault is that? You the one who decided to get falling down drunk. Give me a fucking break.
Real upset about that. And I went in there.
I think she should have carried you.
Yeah, I think.
Grown ass man, you think a woman's supposed to carry you somewhere because you decided to get falling down drunk. Brothers, we've all been through shit in life where we may have had a little bit more than we should have had of something. You cannot expect anyone else to take care of you, you're a grown ass man.
I think like you could at least took me to the hotel room instead of leaving me in the backseat.
That means carry you.
Yeah.
Took you to the room. That means carry you because, as you say, you were knocked out in the back seat.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry.
Your Honor, I have text messages where he says, and I'll reimburse you for the trip. Because he just acted.
Was it his birthday?
I was going already. Like, so.
It's funny again.
Your Honor,
Yeah, because she's an airhead. There's a couple of airheads right here. There's an airhead plaintiff and an airhead defendant. But at the end of the day, she's trying to sneak her way out of having to be financially culpable for everything that transpired when they went on that trip that she claimed was going to be a birthday gift to him. But no, you're going to be financially liable.
Now is to keep from crying. If you only knew some of the stuff like we went through. Yes, I tried to help him. He was homeless. He didn't have any clothes or anything like to where he was
That's why
staying.
you knew he couldn't
so
pay.
I tried
Sir,
to
do
help
you
him.
intend to pay her back for this? You told her you would, even though it's really a gift. Do you think you should reimburse her for?
You could tell when Math is rooting for a certain party, because he easily could say, sir, was this really a gift? Because you've already promised to pay it back. I'm going to rule in favor of the plaintiff. But he's trying to figure out a way to help out the defendant here.
Trip or not?
I don't think I should.
Okay, you made the gift and it was completed, and just because you didn't enjoy it, you can't then come and say that wasn't a gift. Give me some money back. And he was willing to tell you that for whatever reason, but his response was not legally enforceable. He didn't owe you anything because the trip was a gift. He didn't owe you anything. Now, with regard to your cable bill, how do I know, sir, who agreed to pay what?
I feel like it was 50-50 because she was in the house with me.
Feel like? What did you all discuss?
Yeah, it was, like the cable bill wasn't only for me. It was for me and her son.
What you say sounds reasonable. A woman and her child move in with you, and she wants cable, and so you all split the bill. And is he working? Were you working?
I'm a full-time student.
Okay, and I guess your student loan money or
yes.
grant money was paying your rent?
Yeah, GI bill.
All right, she moves in on
Okay, he's living off the GI Bill.
grant money, actually, and tells you to get cable. Get cable.
That is not true.
I know you're in school.
So you didn't say you were paying
My son
100%?
got to watch a cartoon.
My son don't watch cartoons.
Yeah, the judge going in on the plaintiff right now. And I could imagine her little son. Probably a little round roly-poly just like her. His son's pet name is Biscuit. Biscuit, you want to watch TV? Yeah, I want to watch TV. I want to watch cable. Get cable, nigga.
On network.
Or Cartoon Network.
Evidence that he agreed to pay it all.
I have text messages,
Because
Your Honor.
at this
And
point,
I can't believe that he's lying.
you've been unreasonable with your expectations.
He's
And with her explanations.
lying.
What's the property damage you're suing her for, sir?
She threw a remote at my TV, and just
I'm not surprised. She in court trying to act like she's all kind and amenable to everything and easy to live with, but she's someone you can look at her face and see that she flips out off camera.
my whole TV. I have a picture.
Let me see it, please.
Probably damn near drove this brother out of his damn mind. That's why he had no problem admitting that he threw her phone.
Ma'am, did you engage in violence toward him?
No, I've never done anything physical to Justin.
Okay, you didn't break the television?
I didn't throw anything at his TV. I don't know what happened to
So
his
you were
TV.
there at the house, you're living with a man, broken television, yet you never ask him what happened. I want to know what happened. Anybody that sees this wants to know, I wonder what happened to that television. You're coming...
Who the hell knows? Maybe she was watching one of those commercials for the Popeyes chicken sandwich and tried to grab the sandwich through the damn TV. Who the hell knows what happened?
On there every day,
I
a
wasn't
big
even
crack
living there at the
television,
time.
and you say you don't know what happened. You didn't even bother to ask.
Because I wasn't living there at the time when that TV got
When was
broke.
this?
Was I, Justin?
That happened back in May, and she came over. She came over to the
Yeah,
house.
exactly. I
She
wasn't
came
even
over to the
living
house,
there.
and matter of fact, you was staying there.
No,
and
I was not.
You could tell he a weed head or a drunkard.
How you
And then
know I wasn't?
and then I was making her leave the house.
What
And,
month did you say it was?
May. You know,
When did you move back?
He's talking about May of 2019. I was already gone.
he was there.
Okay, when did you leave?
I left January of 2019.
Right, but you probably was still coming over to get some rod. That's what your ass was doing. You was at his crib getting some rod. You got mad about something. Maybe you saw that Popeye's chicken sandwich on TV. You tried to grab the chicken sandwich and crack this goddamn TV in half. That's what happened.
Because it was just too much for me.
Okay, did you come back over in May?
I mean, I was back and forth
Okay,
sometimes,
so it wasn't
but I
too
wasn't
much for
staying
you.
there.
So it
though.
wasn't too much
I hadn't
for
lived
you.
there in
I
over
believe
30
him.
days.
I believe him. How about that? We can end this right now.
Judge, I have evidence of him saying he was going to break my TV. I mean, not my
That's a Freudian slip. Because you're the one that broke the damn TV.
TV, my cell phone. Back to my phone. I'm sorry. The
I know
TV
you
is
back
just...
to that, but I'm not
the-
back to that.
the
I'm
TV
back to
is
giving
just-
him his judgment.
And she's slow as hell too. If she was paying attention, she would have seen that when the defendant admitted that he threw the phone, the judge said, okay, he admits that, and he circled it. Whatever piece of paper he was writing on, he circled that. So she's going to get the judgment for the phone. Everything else is done.
TV is overwhelming.
Laugh on that.
Yeah, because I want to cry because he knows he's
$300 is your
lying.
judgment for your damaged television. I believe she did it. And with regard to the cable bill, I don't know what the agreement was. And if I can't determine what the agreement was, I can't give anybody a judgment.
So you're going to lie,
And with
Justin?
regard to the cost of the trip, it was a gift that you completed. With regard to the property damage, I will...
And you know what's scary, brothers? She probably knows damn well that the reason why he got cable was because of a mutual agreement between them. And she knows damn well that the reason why he accompanied her to wherever it was in Virginia that they went is because she invited him as a gift. But she's still trying to get that money back. And she's arguing as if she wasn't the one that offered the gift. It just goes to show you, and I'm saying all that to point out how delusional the woman can be and how great an actress they are because they convince themselves of their own story. So unless they have hard copy proof of what they're saying, it's very difficult in general to believe what they're saying unless the person that they're going against shows themselves to be scatterbrained.
Answer your $700 for your phone. I believe he did that. You all have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Like, this is the end right here. Like, this is
Oh, please, you'll be at his house next week to get some rod. Knock it off.
goodbye right here. Like, goodbye.
Look at Justin's face. Justin's face, like, it's the end right here. Bitch, the end happened 3 months ago. What are you talking about?
Like, goodbye.
I don't got nothing to say.
Yeah, because you
my mom loves you so.
lied. That's so sad. And your mama gonna know you lied, too. Miss McGowan, liar.
But anyway, that's basically it on that, brothers. Once again, know who you're living with. Peace.